Hey everybody, this is Joe again, the Over 40 model maker, showing up for the next step in our Gundam Unicorn Mega build. And today we are going to do the panel lining of parts. Now, if this is your first time here, first of all, welcome. Glad you can join us. We've been going through a step-by-step of building the mega-sized Gundam Unicorn. And it's been a lot of fun, a lot easier than I suspected. So what we're going to do is just kind of do some accent things and then final assembly and then show it off and give kind of a review on it. So if you've been following me through this whole thing, thank you very much for coming back. This is just going to be just a quick showing of what I do for panel lining. You may do something different, which is totally fine. I just do it this way because I found it easier for me, and also I'm not that great at panel lining, and I don't want to overly ruin this piece of hardware. But first, I'm going to show you what I probably will be using today, or if you are going to do any sort of panel lining. What we will use is some panel lining pens, and they do come in different colors. They come in like a black, a gray, a brown, red, blue, things like that. I just prefer to use black. I know they say, use black for these colors, use gray for this color, use red on this one, use blue on this, blah, 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 blah. I just use black because if you actually watch the cartoons and the shows and everything goes by so fast, you're not going to care what color it is. You're going to notice that, yes, there's individual panels, and what do they usually have on them? They're all black. So I just use black. It's simple. It saves me money. It saves time. It does all that stuff. I'm not going for any awards or anything. I'm just going for, simplicity at this point, because this is just a simple kit. Let's just use the simplicity. Pens, markers sometimes, if you just let the ink flow. What I use most of the time is a panel line accent, and this is black, and what it basically is that's just another tight. It's just a black ink, very thin ink with a very fine tip applicator, and then you just put it in the panel line, and the capillary action pulls it from the tip and lets it flow through the panel line. Now, I was going to show you on individual panels of the model how we do that. I figured doing that would just take way too long, and the best way for me to actually show you is the entire model itself at certain points. So we're going to use the leg for this one. Now, before we do, I'm going to show you just what I did as far as painting stuff. So for like these parts here, I sprayed those in a chrome. Also the foot. These things here were the gold and the brass, and then on the back here for the tubes, I did silver and corn red from Citadel Paints. Very subtle, not a lot. Sometimes less is more. You might hear that a lot, less is more. But this might help with the, I also spray painted this is Midnight Blue. Exact same color. So I think this would just be the best way to show how we're going to do it. And we're going to start here and work our way down. I'm just going to do a couple panels just to show you, and then just work on it and get it all done, and then final assembly and that stuff. So we'll move those over to the side. So what we're going to do is we're going to accent this part right here first. So what you do is you take your part here. I'll try to raise this up as best I can, kind of leaving it a little bit flat. Now what I do is when I will do it at like intersections, and then let it flow away from it like that. So I just take it, and the tip is very fine. I don't know how we're going to do this. So I apologize. Then we're just going to do that. And you see right there, it makes the panel line a little bit, it makes it go. Now you're probably wondering, okay, what about that little splotch right there? Well, you have two ways to do it. When it's still wet, you can come in wipe it clean. If it's a bigger splotch and you don't happen to have something, you can let it dry and actually just use a pencil eraser to get rid of it. Here, let me see if I can try to do it with my left hand here. So we have that one done there. We're going, let's do a little experiment. Let's do these little indentations here. Like that. Just like that. Then we're going to let them dry. This here, I think I'm going to use a marker. But actually, no, we'll use we'll use that, and then this here will be the same thing. Slight touches like that. Just like that. Now you can actually see separations in the panels, separations in those things. Let's try to find, and then like some of these, like here, I'm going to have to use a panel. Get the hair out of here. And down here, panels, all this paneling, that stuff like that. So nothing too difficult. You just need to take your time in doing the job so that it actually looks right. Actually, we'll go down here to the foot. There's one right here. So we'll do the capillary action one more time. So 1, 2, 3. See, and it shows up just like that. And we'll just take, now since it's still wet, we'll just take the edge of this and just wipe that clean. Now you got an edge highlight that actually went down that way and it stopped because that's all one piece. I'm gonna do all these pieces, wait for it to dry, and then I'll go ahead, flip it over, do the other half. So that's just the quick tutorial of how I'm going to do panel lining the entire model. Work on that, assemble everything. And then the next video we're going to have is just the final reveal. I'm not putting stickers on it yet. That's going to be a completely separate video down the line because I've got, a sticker sheet that's this big. All water slides. That's going to take a little while. So we'll go ahead and do, like I said, we'll show that off at a later time. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you very much for joining me today. If it is your birthday, happy birthday, you handsome man. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, you beautiful, beautiful woman. And we will see you in the next video, which will show off this mammoth behemoth of a model. And that's going to be a lot of fun showing off. So thanks a lot, guys and girls. See y'all later.